Hey, what's going on, fellas? Today I'm going to be giving you 10 more tips on how to improve your 1v1s. No cheesy intro this time, we're just going to jump right into it. So, tip number 1, learn how to barrage bait. Everybody barrage baits, whether it's the simple or there's a million ways to barrage bait, but there's also a million ways to do it the wrong way. Pretty much you have about half a second to pull off your bait, because within that half second, if you barrage too long, then they're just going to barrage you right back, and you've essentially given them a free barrage. So my recommendation is make sure you have a move, first of all, that's hard to parry, because you don't want to do barrage and then barrage finisher. That's going to get parried at least 90% of the time. So just spice it up a little bit. The barrage stuns them long enough to use pretty much any move if you time it right. So yeah, just practice barrage baiting, learn how to do it right. My second tip is you always want to make sure you have a move that block breaks instantly. Whether it's Jawbreaker, Blitz Strike, Scarlet Overdrive, Luck Pluck, you get the idea. Just a move you could...
Hell no, man. What the...
You essentially want a move that after you do a barrage trade, if they block it, they get block broken. It's also good to study their block patterns. If they block a lot, then you'll know it's almost a guarantee block break. So I highly recommend keeping that move off cooldown until you find the right time to get a block break. My third tip for you is you want to avoid making the same movement pattern. If you run in one direction the whole fight, then your opponent knows where you're going to be. I like to mix it up. I like to jump, kind of like circle my opponent, kind of make it unpredictable, and then that's when you come in with a surprise. Because if you run straight at them, then they know when you're going to get to them, and you'll just get hit. My fourth tip for you is your M1 patterns. Now I'm guilty of it myself. You get one M1, you do it again and again and again and again, and then they get ragdolled. But if you want to get the chain right, I would do no more than 4. Try to keep it at 3. Because if you do more than 3, they get ragdolled, and it kind of ruins your combos. See, the Scarlet didn't even hit. Yeah, I would simply just stick to 3 M1s, and just give it about half a second. That's how I would do the M1s. Now, I think this is tip number 4. This is also one that I kind of struggle with, but again, I'm here to teach. I'm not saying I'm professional or anything. When you use your M1s, don't throw out a move that can be parried, because more than likely they are holding the block button and you're going to get parried. Here's a quick example. That happens almost every single time. So my 5th tip for you is to just take the damage. I know that sounds absolutely insane, because the whole point is to not take damage but to do damage. But in this generation of YBA, if you get block broken one time, you die. So just take the Scarlet Overdrive, dash to get the burn off, take the Jawbreaker, just whatever you do, don't get block broken, just take the damage. Here's why you should just take the damage. So you get the idea. Taking the damage is so much better than just blocking. Tip number 6, and this one's pretty important. Just take a break. If you lose a lot of matches in a row, you get salty, you get mad over losing. I do too. Just take a break, do something else, calm yourself down and come back, collect yourself. If you continue to play the game when you're mad, you'll just suck even more. Just take a break and enjoy the game, because if you're not enjoying it, then don't play it. So, tip number 6, if you're fighting a stand or a stand that has a spec with a counter, only use one M1. In other words, bait the counter before you do anything else. Simple as that. Fighting KCR, one M1. Wait for them to pop out that counter. When the counter goes away, do your combo. Repeat this process. Don't switch your stand and your spec because you're bored. If you want to get good with something, you have to practice. You're going to lose a lot. I've lost a lot. But in order to get better, you learn from your mistakes, adapt to the situations you're put into, and keep using the same thing. Because if you keep changing it up, you keep changing your spec, you keep changing your stand, you'll never get used to anything and you'll get bored with everything. And you'll never get good. So I highly recommend choose a stand, choose a spec, and just stick with that for a little bit. And this should go without saying, but I'm going to add it in here anyways. Don't barrage first. If you barrage first, you will lose about 70% of your HP, depending on the stand that you're fighting. So for the beginners out there that may not know that, which you should by now, but if you don't barrage first. Make sure your combos are true. For those of you that don't know what a true combo is, a true combo is a combo that is unavoidable. They have to barrage to get out of it. They can't block. It's true. I'll give you an example. Now, here we have a parry dummy. If you hit it and it's parryable, it's not a true combo. However, see? Not a true combo. See, all of that was true. He either had to get block broken or take the damage. No avoiding it. So if you don't have a private server and you can't summon your own perfect block dummies, just go into main game and ask someone to test a combo. I'm sure you can find somebody. And last but not least, give yourself an M1 barrier. Now I do this sometimes if I'm fighting someone that's very aggressive, because M1s do have a slight stun to them. If you throw out some random M1s and they dash into you to be aggressive, you could potentially stun them to get a free combo. Here's an example. So in a way, M1s can really save you. Now, there are some moves that have hyper armor, and you can't avoid that. Your best bet is to just take the damage and dash. Now, I've got one more. I guess we could just call this one an honorable mention. Maintain good sportsmanship. It's just a video game, and I know I am very guilty of this myself, but just relax, enjoy some 1v1s. If you get frustrated, like I said, take a break, learn, practice, and most importantly, just enjoy yourself. Alright. You're still watching? Sheesh. You're pretty awesome. Well, I'm gonna give you a secret. The first person that sees this and messages me the word porcupine in Discord will receive something very special. Only the first person. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed. Have a good rest of your day. I will see you in the next one.